So this is the machete from TMR Customs. I just got this tool, and I'm going to show you right now why you should get it too. Stick around. Something else you might notice in this video is how I cut what's left of my hair by myself, and it didn't turn out very good. But enjoy. The other day I was trying to bend an exhaust hanger out of 3/8 stainless steel. Now if anyone's ever done this, you know it's not the easiest thing to do. So typically, I assume most people, what they would do is you put in a vise and you just start hitting it with a hammer. So I grab my hammer and I start beating on this thing, right? Realize the hammer is obviously not big enough. Now that I've got a bunch of marks in this thing, I'm like, I need a hammer with a bigger handle. So I grab my bigger handle. Still, nothing. A whole bunch of marks on this tube, or this rod, and zero bend. What's next? Why would I use a hammer when I could use my body? So, I put my rod in, and I start pulling on this thing, and I hear bang! And I look, I broke the top of my toolbox. There's a crack from here to like here in the wood top. So now, my whole vise and everything, every time I lean on it or push on it, I can see that gap on the worktop going like this. So you're like, what do you do? How do you bend a hanger? Well, I'm about to show you. This piece right here, made by TMR Customs, this is called the Machete. So I'm saying machete. This is made in Canada. Moose is telling you so. This is a really sweet bender. Rod and flat bar bender. It's powder coated handle. It's got this really sick anvil that's machined out for the handle to fit in. Super thick, I believe it's a stainless 1/2-inch press fit dowel pin. Handle's got the raised lettering on it. It's super nice. So how does it work? Well, I'm going to show you. It comes with this anvil here, and it's got 2 pins on it. You're thinking that can't do much. Well, you're right. It really doesn't. It just goes in your vise. Now that we've got our anvil tightened in our vise, we can put our bender in its place. Just like that. Even though my worktop is broken, it's still going to work, right? So see that? She's smooth. This thing, like the fit and finish of the 2 pieces and how it all works is just, I know it sounds silly because it's just like a stick with a handle, but it's awesome. It will do flat bar. This is like a thought bubble when the moose is telling you it's made in Canada. It will do round stuff. Like, look at these crazy bends. I just whipped that up just trying it out because I was so excited. This is 304 stainless, 1/4-inch rod. This here, though, this is what you typically use in an exhaust system for a hanger rod. This is 3/8, 304 stainless steel. And she's solid. So this was bent using the machete, and I'm going to show you how hard or not hard it is to bend this stuff. If I want to bend this and just kind of see how it's going to go, I got it bolted down in the vise here, or clamped down in the vise. I'm going to grab my handle, I'm going to press against my toolbox because I don't have a solid workbench. I'm just going to pull, and check this out. So just like that, I've put like a 45 into this thing. And a little bit of markings on it. Honestly, not that big of a deal. Not too bad. For the time it took, you're not going to get a better outcome with any tool in the market out there right now in this price point. This was $250 Canadian plus tax. You might think that sounds like a lot. However, I had bought a 4-inch form bender, they call it, from Princess Auto. It said it'll do 3/8 rod. It did, but with the stainless being harder than the anvil and the die, if you look it up, Eastwood sells the 4-inch form bender as well for you in the States. It works really well, but the anvil gets the absolute snot kicked out of it because the stainless is harder than the die and the anvil. So it's leaving dents every time you make a bend. Also, it's got like this like handle thing. So you really gotta spin it to win it with that. Whereas this, 2 seconds, boom, you have your bend, and you can see exactly what it's doing. I really like that concept of this bender, as it's very open. You can see exactly what's going on. So there's no like second guessing. You can see if the piece tilts. You can see if the piece is still straight. You know, it's just, you can see the spring back. It's just really Really good. So, that being said, the other bender was $150 post tax. This is $100 more, but there are many benefits to this over that other style. I think one of them being all the things I just said. So there's probably 20 benefits to this thing. All the things I just stated, it's easy to see what's going on. The other one, as you're like cranking this silly little handle over and over, taking a lot longer to do it, your piece can spin. So where you thought you were getting a bend here, if that piece turns, you're not getting the bend where you want it to be. This thing, you're 100% sure because you can see every step of the way, every degree of the way where your piece is at. Another big bonus to this machine, well, not even machine, another big bonus to this thing is putting it away. You don't have to have this big, bulky, heavy machine. It's no bigger than a torque wrench. It fits in your toolbox. You put it in there, you put the anvil in there, and you close your drawer and it's gone. You don't have a machine that you have to mount to a thing permanently. You bring it out and put it away as needed. So I really think this tool is a very, very, very wise investment for anyone who does fabrication, needs to bend things, whether it's flat bar or hanger rod or any of that stuff. It's really good. It will up to 3/8 rod. It will do. It will not fit a 1/2-inch dowel between the pins, but like I said, you really don't use 1/2-inch dowel for hanger rods in most cases. And even if you did need a 1/2-inch, you can always do a 1/2-inch and then weld your 3/8 to it if you needed to. Super easy to use. Obviously, there's no real setup for it. You just put it in the vise, ready to rock right out of the box. Also comes with a little free sticker, and a little catalog card kind of deal for you to, shop on their store. tmrcustoms.com. Go get your machete bender today. I can't say enough good things about it. This was not sponsored by TMR in any way, shape, or form, but I do want to shout out those guys for making a sweet product, and they advertise it well. I see Facebook ads and this and that, and I'm really kicking myself that I didn't just say, that's a really good value, because for $250, say your labor rate's $100 an hour and you have a shop, right? Well, can you make this thing from inception to drawing to just a thought to the drawing to the finished product in 2.5 hours? No, you can't. And you need materials, so you really can't. And even if you did, it's not going to be as good. It's a no-brainer. $250. Go get your machete today. They're great. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. I can't wait to use this tool more. Cheers.
If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel, share with a friend, or hit the like button. And if you didn't, don't.